Hello, welcome to Happy Girl Chats, to another episode, and welcome back from an unofficial podcast break. I was not planning on having a podcast break a week after launching the podcast. That was not on my plans. But if you've been kind of keeping up a little bit, I guess on Instagram, I have been really unwell for 2 weeks now, which hasn't been the most fun. If there are some pauses and cuts in this podcast, it's probably because I'm taking a little bit of a cough break. But yeah, it has been just we haven't been well for 2 weeks. We have not been well. So the day that I uploaded my first ever podcast episode, which was so exciting, I didn't even really get to celebrate because that was my first day being down bad with whatever illness has got me down bad. So I feel like the start of this podcast has not gone the way I wanted it to go, but that is okay. We are here again now, and we're definitely on the upper from being unwell. I could not have recorded the podcast last week, so we're definitely upper. So I think hopefully we'll be good with doing the weekly episodes. I did have to take a week off, literally the second week of this podcast, literally ever, but that's okay. We're here now, and I'm grateful for that, and thank you for your patience and just being like, rest, girl, it's fine. I really appreciate that, but I'm really happy to be here again and starting to feel better. I literally have not been able to do anything, which has been interesting. If you watched the last podcast episode or listened to it, I was telling you some facts about me and some things that make me human, and something about me is I'm such a perfectionist. I love working hard. I put a lot of my worth into how hard I work, and I literally just have not been able to do anything, which has been rough. It's been really rough. Physically, obviously, I haven't been well, but mentally, not being able to do anything has been so hard. I have really struggled with it, and honestly, I've even said this to my friends that I've talked to in the last 2 weeks. I started to feel like I've been having a bit of an identity crisis because I haven't been able to work on any of the things that I normally work on, and it's just resulted in me not feeling like myself at all. Quite literally at all. And I think I'm starting to feel better. Thank goodness. I'm so grateful for that. But it's been hard. I haven't been feeling like me at all. I have had the lowest energy I've probably ever had. And we're nowhere near back to normal, but we are getting better, and I'm so grateful for that. But I genuinely just haven't had the energy to be able to do anything, which has not been fun because it's just so hard when you don't feel like yourself. But that's actually what I wanted to talk to you about today, because I feel like we all go through periods and seasons where we don't feel like ourselves, and that's really hard. And I think I've gotten a lot of questions before, or people wanting a podcast episode when I was asking what podcast episodes you wanted to hear, asking about how do you get your spark back, or how are you positive when you don't feel like you, or all those things. And I always planned on doing episodes, and I talk about things like that semi-regularly, I think, but I haven't gone through it necessarily super recently until now. And so I thought it'd be a really good time to do an episode about what do you do when you don't feel like yourself, because that has been something I've been struggling with a lot the last week. I feel like the first week was just full physical recovery, and like I couldn't even think. I just had to sleep. But I think in this second week there's been a lot more mental challenges that have gone with recovering from whatever this sickness has been, because I've had more of an opportunity to be thinking, and the thinking has led me to be absolutely spiraling, which is not good. And yeah, the best way I can put it is I just have not been feeling like myself. Before getting sick, I honestly think that was like peak for me in terms of my work and my business, and I was just starting a podcast, and Just Joy has been doing so well, and I've just been loving it. I've been so busy. I feel like if you have been keeping up, I probably did talk a lot about how I've been really exhausted because I was working so hard, but I was loving it, every second of it. So I was being very mindful and cautious of the fact that eventually I could reach burnout with how hard I was working, but I did not think I was reaching burnout then at all, because I was having the time of my life. I was having so much fun each day, and I was tired, and I was working probably a little bit more than I should have, but I was having such a great time that I just did not think I was reaching burnout. But in this last week, when I had to completely stop, I was like, yeah, I'm burnt out. Oh no, oh no, because I literally just launched a podcast. What do I do? And I think when you don't feel like yourself, it's really hard to, because you're just not feeling like yourself. So it's so hard to remember who you are and what you want to do and what are your goals. And so I feel like I've been really pushed into the center of the waves. I'm just going back and forth between one, just having no energy, but also wanting to think about, Just Joy and the podcast and just posting pep talks again, because that is what, that's my everything. Encouraging you, that's literally all I care about, talk about, work on. And so I've been thinking about that and being okay, well, when can I get back to posting? What can I do that? But then also with the low energy and not feel I didn't want to. Just to be completely honest, I did not want to come back online, and that scared the living daylights out of me because 2 weeks before, that was my entire life. That was all I was doing, and I was having the best time. And suddenly I was like, I didn't even know if this is what I want to do anymore. So sickness, but also just not feeling like yourself in general, it can really put you in the ringer. It can tumble you around and make you spiral, because when you're not feeling like yourself, I just felt completely lost. And that is a feeling that you can 100% feel without having to get the flu. But I also hope you don't not feel like yourself in general. But I do feel like we all go through moments, whether they're little or big, where we just have little moments of, I don't feel like myself. And I want to kind of talk to you today about how I'm getting through that, because I am starting to get through that and feeling better. I mean, I'm here, I'm recording a podcast episode, not just because I really want to get a second episode out before this podcast becomes a one episode and that's it. We want to get more than one out, but not just because I feel like I have to, but because I want to. And a few days ago, I was scared that I would never have that want to again. Genuinely. I know that sounds so dramatic, but it's true. That's genuinely how I felt. The idea of packing orders, of being online, it was too much. I didn't think I would want to come back to it again, but that is why we need to do the little things and find the little things, and these are the little things that we're going to talk about today to help you feel better and help you feel more like yourself again. So that's what I want to chat with you about today, because again, you don't have to have the flu to go through this. It's something that you can just go through and feel. So I hope that this one helps you feel a little bit less alone. If you have been feeling like this recently, just know that it's okay, because it does feel a little bit like the end of the world, but it's okay, and you're going to feel okay, and you're going to feel better. And I hope this does make you feel less alone, that it's okay to feel that way, and that you're not the only one that feels this way. It's normal, it's human. And two, I just hope that this encourages you and maybe just gives you an idea of something that you can do to start feeling like you again, or get your spark back, or whatever this looks like for you. So that's what I hope you get out of this episode. And what I will say before getting into the things I have written down that hopefully will help you too, that have been helping me, I also just want to say thank you, because in terms of the online world, side of things, all of that stuff that I've been talking about, how I was worried I'd never want to come back, I want to thank you, because you have made that feeling a lot better for me. I finally got a chance to go through the comments on the first episode on Spotify and on YouTube, literally just this morning, almost 2 weeks after the fact. But I finally got a chance to go through them, and you're just the sweetest, and genuinely your encouragement, any bit of encouragement you ever give me, it means the world, and it always does. I mean that. But right now, oh my goodness, I can't tell you how much it has helped, and it is helping me get through it and get back on my feet, and reminding myself, why did I start all this in the first place, and why I have been here, and why God called me to this. It's genuinely been helping immensely, because I've already touched on it, but I have been struggling with the idea of being online again a lot, and truly your encouragement has helped immensely with that. So I just wanted to say thank you, because your words mean so much. So much. Seriously. From the bottom of my heart. From one human to another. Thank you. Because it's really, really, really helped a lot. So just know that it's so appreciated. You're so appreciated. And thank you very much, because that's definitely the reason that I'm here today, recording this. So thank you. Alright, now let's get into the things that I have been doing, and that hopefully you can try doing too, to help you feel more like yourself, get a little bit of spark back in you. The first one is Pinterest. Oh my goodness, do I love Pinterest. I love Pinterest so much, and I always spend a lot of time over there. Pinterest is a great place to be. But recently, while I have been able to do nothing but sit in this bed of mine, I have spent so much time on Pinterest. So much time. Literally, so much time. And as silly as it might sound, because it is an app, but it has genuinely helped me remind myself of the life that I want to be living and the goals that I have. Because I've always loved Pinterest, so I have my boards over there. I have a board about like my dream work-life goals. I have a board just about like the kind of blissful, gratifying life that I want to live. And in those moments where you don't feel like yourself, and you're like, I don't know what I'm doing, I don't know what I want to be doing, I don't know what I should be doing, just having the visual reminders of the things that me literally 2 weeks ago wanted and loved, and just being able to physically see that and remind myself of, okay, I kind of see that could be fun. Like, it sounds so silly, but genuinely it has helped me immensely the last week, just being able to remind myself, what do I want from life, and what do I like working on, what do I enjoy, and what have I pictured for myself. Pinterest is the best ever. Pinterest, if you're watching, I love you so much. So go on Pinterest, get some inspo, get the vibes, make some boards. It's really fun. Next one is so important. Getting fresh air. So important. Ideally, this would look like going on walks. We love a Happy Girl walk around here. If you know, you know. I have not been able to walk recently. Well, no, hold on. I can walk. I can't go on walks at the moment. I'm starting to get there, and this week I'm hoping to get myself out for a few walks. They'll probably be very slow and short walks, but walks nonetheless. But even me, I've just been sitting outside, taking deep breaths in the fresh air. It is so good for you. Get some sun if the sun is shining, but get some fresh air. Get some fresh air. Everything feels better after you've gotten some fresh air. Like, genuinely, I believe that. Even if it's 1% better, better is better. get some fresh air. There's something about just taking a deep breath in the fresh air. It's so good for you. It's so important. So do that today. If you can, do it. Seriously, genuinely, you should do it. It's so good for you. Next one will not surprise you if you know me. Journaling. I am not going to lie to you, I haven't been journaling much because I've mainly been horizontal. But I have journaled a couple times in the last couple weeks. Just, again, get those thoughts out. If I was not feeling like myself, just in general, no sickness attached, I would 1000% be journaling every single day for the last 2 weeks. It is so good for your brain because you have so many thoughts up in here. So many. And especially when you don't feel like yourself or you feel like you've lost your spark, the thoughts are just spiraling and it's not good. It's not good for you. It doesn't get you anywhere. It just makes you feel worse. So we need to sort through these thoughts and put them somewhere so they're not just like swirling around up in here. Journaling. It's literally one of the best things ever. Grab a journal, a notebook, grab a pen, and just write out your thoughts. No pressure, no format, no perfection. Just write out thoughts. Get whatever you're feeling out onto paper, put them somewhere, and then they're not swirling around in here as much because you're kind of processing through them as you're writing. And also, they're there. You've got them if you need them. But they don't have to be sitting up in here 24/7, crushing your brain, because that's not fun for anybody. So journaling is so good. So good. And it helps you work through any of those doubts, any of those worries. And it helps you be more in tune with yourself. And that is definitely a way to get closer to feeling more like yourself again, if you actually know yourself. So journaling is the best. Literally the best. My next one is talking to people. Which, if you know me, I'm a very shy girl, but I do have a handful of people in my life that are just my people, and I love to talk to those people. I do. And I have noticed, especially in the last week where I've started feeling slowly better physically, I'm still not great, but better than what I was physically. I've had the chance to talk to some people, and I have genuinely noticed a big difference afterwards of how much better I feel. Whether that be my sister FaceTiming me, sometimes we talk for 10 minutes, sometimes we talk for an hour, but I love my sister, I love chatting to her, and she knows me, and I just get to be a person with her, whether I'm feeling amazing or whether I'm feeling literally the worst. I just chat to her, and like none of it matters, none of the thoughts are swirling around because it doesn't matter. I'm just there hanging out, chatting with my sister, and it's the best ever. Yesterday, as I'm recording this, it's currently Monday. Yesterday was Sunday, and I got myself to church last night, which I didn't know if I was going to get there because, again, energy levels. I literally told my friends at church yesterday, I have the energy of a peanut, and they were like, what does that mean? And I was like, well, a peanut doesn't have energy. It's a peanut. It's just there. It's just existing as a peanut, and that's how I feel. So I didn't think I was gonna get myself there, but I really wanted to try, and I did, and I felt so much better. I was reflecting on this on the drive home after church, how much better I felt driving home than I did driving to church. Driving to church, I was so exhausted. I was like, I don't think I should do this. I should just go home. But driving home, I was still exhausted, but I felt more full. And I'm really, 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 really grateful for that. And again, I am so shy. It's taken me such a long time. I've been going to the church I go to for over 3 years, which is crazy in itself. But I would genuinely say it probably took me 2 out of 3 of the years to actually click with my friends. They were my friends before the 2-year mark, but I said this to them. I think it was 2 years when I was actually okay, you're my people. Like, now I can, like, talk to you and, like, be a person with you. So it does take a while, but now that I have that, I'm so grateful, because I was sitting with my best friend and she was helping me keep my energy through the service. And yeah, just talking to people, like, whether you're talking about how you're actually feeling and the deep stuff you're going through, or even if it's just like having a little giggle with your bestie, I think it's so good for you. And sometimes, not always, but sometimes there's definitely been moments in recent parts of my life where I haven't felt quite like a person, which I know sounds crazy, but as we've already talked about and discussed and discovered about myself, is I do like to work very hard, and sometimes I treat myself a little bit more like a business than a person, which I don't think you should do. I don't recommend. But I'm so grateful to have people, and I think it's so important to have people that you can just be a person with. Literally just Jess. Minus the just. I say just because it's literally Jess. But the just makes it sound like just Jess, clearly, which is funny to me. But it is like a really fine line, and this is kind of getting off topic now, because I am so me online. Like, I am so authentically me. Like, this is me as a person. This is me. Genuinely, there's no facade, there's no, like, this is me. Like, you see the human me and the person of me, but there's just some people, like a handful of people in my life, where they just know me as a person and nothing else. And I don't have all my stress and worries and doubts or business thoughts and all that with them. They're just people that I get to be a person with, if that makes literally any sense. And I think that's just so important. And I think that's something that's not just exclusive to me. I think everybody feels that way, where they have people that are just their people, you know? And I think that that's really important, to just be able to chat with people, laugh with people, whether you do want to get into the deep nitty-gritty of what I've been struggling with, or just having, someone to just laugh with and forget about what you're worrying about, you know? I think it's so important. And it's definitely, in the last few days, last week where I've been struggling, it's definitely helped me feel more like me. Of just, okay, yes, I'm not quite sure what I'm doing. I can't really be doing anything at the moment. I don't know what I want to work on. I don't know how I'm going to feel better, or when I'm going to have my strength back again, or how much do I still do everything that I was doing before getting sick. Like, it's been a lot of thoughts, but it's nice to just take a break from that and just talk to people. I think it's really, really important. And I'm not always good at it, because I'm really good at isolating myself when things get hard. But maybe I'm just saying this for future me. Like, hi Jess, when you're isolating yourself, just a reminder that if you do feel better when you talk to people. And like, even I had one of my friends come up to me at church, and she was just like, hey, can I pray for you? I was like, oh, that's so nice. Yeah, I've been really sick. And I gave her like a little summary of how I've been feeling, and she was praying for me, and she knows me, and she knows the things that I do, and she was just saying all these really, really nice things about what I do and how I try to encourage people, and like, you know. And it just meant so much, because when I can't see clearly, people can around me, if that makes sense. Because nothing has changed except for my mindset. Like, nothing has changed to make me not want to do something anymore, except for how I'm feeling in the head, and the fact that I got sick and had to take a break. But I just think other people's perspective is really important, because we don't always see clearly, and our minds can be so silly sometimes. They convince us of things that are just not true. So, outside perspective of people that know you is also really helpful, and it's really helped me, because it's made me see my friend praying for me, and also, again, just your beautiful comments has made me see, like, oh, like, okay, maybe I am building this up in my head, you know? I don't know, but I think talking to people is good. Another thing for me has been I've started reading again, ever so slightly. I think for the last 3 nights I read like 1 chapter before going to sleep. So literally ever so slightly. But I feel like if you've been keeping up with the YouTube vlogs this year, I think probably in every single vlog I've made of this year, I have said, I want to get back into reading. I should be back in my reading era. Because I don't think I've read like all year. But I've been wanting to. But I don't know why. Reading just doesn't come naturally to me. It's not what I gravitate towards first. Gilmore Girls always takes that role. But as you can imagine, 2 weeks of literally not being able to do pretty much anything at all. I have watched a lot of Gilmore Girls. Gilmore Girls has been watched. So finally the other day I picked up a book. It's a book I've already read because I am, well, clearly with Gilmore Girls I'm such a rewatcher. I'm also a rereader of my favourite books. I love rereading, rewatching things, just going to a place, a small town that's familiar. I love that. So I picked up a book that I read already and just started reading again. And as soon as I started, I was like, wow, why didn't I do this sooner? I'm having such a great time. So I think reading has really helped me feel like myself, because I feel like there's so many layers to not feeling like yourself. And I think one for me has been I haven't been able to put in nearly as much effort into work as what I normally do. Like probably less than 1% of what I was doing before. And I think part of that identity crisis was, well, who am I if I'm not working on things? So yeah, lots of layers. There's so many deep thoughts with this that I've been going through. But reading has been great because there is space to do things that aren't quote unquote productive. And I think moving forward, as I do start to feel better and get my energy back, I think it'll be interesting trying to find a new balance of how I live my life. Again, this will sound really dramatic for having a flu for 2 weeks, but the mental thoughts I've been mentally thinking and it's something I've been saying again for months is I need to have a better balance of things, because I was so busy and I was loving the busy, but I knew that I had to find balance to kind of handle it better. And then the world put me in a place where I couldn't handle anything. So I do think, and even now, like as I have very little energy to do a lot in a day, like today's big task is recording a podcast. Yesterday's big task was going to church. So even now, I mean, this is not the long-term balance that I want to have, because I want to be able to do more than what I can currently do. I'm very much still not myself physically, health-wise at all. So we're wanting to rebuild up my strength. But that's a part of balance too, is just, yeah, I just eventually over time need to kind of work out a better balance for knowing, okay, I've kind of had it reconfirmed, like, yes, and no, well, no, I don't want to quit everything. Like, yes, I do want to continue doing my best to encourage people, but also I want to be able to let myself read and like give myself time and grace and have a better balance where I can breathe a bit better. So reading, because I haven't been able to do anything, has been great because it's just something that I am just doing for myself, and I need to get better at doing things for myself as I get better and as I find a new balance between work and taking care of myself, because I knew I wasn't taking care of myself, but I was still having a great time working. So it's okay. We're gonna have to work out a balance between everything. But I think overall, in general, in terms of not feeling like yourself, I think reading is really great. I think if you are a person that enjoys rereading or rewatching things, I think rereading a book that you really loved is so much fun, and just immersing yourself in that familiar, comforting world is so fun and comforting. I really am enjoying it. And again, I'm barely reading, but I am reading. I'm having a great time. And it like puts a smile on my face at the end of the night, knowing, oh, I'm going to read a little chapter of my book before I go to sleep. And it feels good. I think just doing little things, whether it is reading for you or not, but just doing those little things that makes you smile at the end of the night, I think is so important to find that and do that, whatever that is for you. Just doing something good for your mind that quiets your mind. I think that's why reading is good, because it quiets your mind, because you can't think too much while taking in words on a page. So I would recommend reading. Then speaking of reading, for my fellow Christian friends, reading the Bible, not gonna lie to you at all, haven't been doing this very much for 2 weeks. I haven't. And again, I think I've said at some point in this episode, I have been feeling very lost. That's been my thing. With not feeling like myself, I feel very lost because I don't know who I am. I don't feel like myself, so who am I? I don't know. And that definitely has also impacted my faith recently. But I've been trying, especially the last few days, I've been trying to, say, hi, God, how are you? I'm here. Thank you. Hi. Trying to, pray a little bit more again. And I did open up my Bible and I read Psalm 42, which, spoiler alert, if you are in the Christian Girl group, there are currently no Zooms scheduled because I've been sick. What? I know, crazy. But we do a Psalm of the Month Zoom in the Christian Girl group, and just know that I think Psalm 42 will be coming at some point, because I really, really liked it, and I love the Psalms for this reason of it shows what having a relationship with God looks like in the ups and downs and in all the feelings. And something about us over here, something about me, is we have all the feelings. The feelings are very much there. But having faith, no matter what you're feeling, is just it's the best reminder that I can need every single day. Like, it is the best. I never don't need to hear it, because it's so good and so applicable to life and my life, and I'm sure everyone's life, because everyone feels, we're all up and down. Life itself is up and down. One day you're working, the next day you're sick. We're all over the place. But Psalm 42 was really good for me to read, because it talks about even when I remember you, even when I'm feeling low, even when I'm feeling lost, even when I don't know who I am, I remember you. I remember God. I look to God. And that was a really good encouragement for me. So I wanted to share that one too for any other of my Christian friends that have been feeling a little bit lost. It was a good one. So I'd recommend that psalm. But all the psalms I recommend, they're fabulous. I love them. But that one was a really good encouragement to me this week. So I wanted to share that too. But I think those have been the most practical things for me this last week to help me feel more like myself. And I definitely am, as of this very second. Like I said, it's been very up and down, and I feel like I have been kind of battered by the waves. I'm like, oh, I'm feeling good. No, I'm not. I don't know. But as of this very second, I definitely am feeling a lot better than what I was. I'm not there, but I'm feeling so much better than what I was, and I'm very much grateful for that. So those have been the physical things that have been kind of helping me feel more like me and kind of remind me who I was 2 weeks ago, post feeling sick and post slight identity crisis. But I think the advice I would just leave you with before we close this off is just to be gentle on yourself, which is very much easier said than done. I know, trust me, I know. I haven't mastered that one yet. But being gentle on yourself and just taking it one day at a time. And try and do something each day that's just gonna bring you joy and make you smile. Whatever that is, even if it's reading one chapter of a book. Taking it one day at a time, for sure. And just not putting pressure on feeling 100% today. Just taking it one day at a time. And do what you can. Do some of these things. Hopefully they'll help you too, but be gentle on yourself. I've had to be gentle on myself, which again is not something that's natural for me. I can be quite hard on myself at times, but just I've had to come to terms and accept. Some days I do this better than others, but I've had to come to terms and accept the last couple of weeks of, okay, I'm slow at the moment. I don't have energy. I can't do the workload that I could 2 weeks ago because my body cannot physically take it. It just can't at the moment. And I know I'm going to rebuild my strength. I know that this is not forever and that it's okay. But at the moment, I'm not me to my fullest. I'm not at my best. But that's okay. I've had to accept that and be like, it's okay if I watch Gilmore Girls during the day. It's okay if I need to rest. It's okay. I was going to say if I can't complete a to-do list, but it's okay if I can't even write a to-do list, because for most days I haven't. I did today, which is good. We're getting through it too, which is good, but we're taking it very slowly. But that's hard for me. I don't like taking it slowly. But just be gentle on yourself with wherever you are right now. You know, it's important too, because you're a human, and it's good to remember that sometimes and treat yourself like a human. But it's okay. You're going to be okay. Even if you don't feel like you right now, you're going to be okay. And you're going to get back to that. You are still you, whether you feel like it or not. No matter how mean your brain is being to you right now, you're still you. Those thoughts aren't true. You're still you. And you'll feel better. Hopefully physically, for me too. Get my strength back. But I'm sure there's going to be many of episodes coming in the future about slowing down and looking after yourself, because that is now the season that I'm in. Hopefully, I don't necessarily think it's going to be a long season. I mean, again, it's been 2 weeks. This all sounds so dramatic for 2 weeks off, but for me, like, that's a long time. Pretty much 2 weeks straight of doing nothing. Long time. Crazy. But being gentle on ourselves. It's going to be okay. We just do what we can. We do our best. But you're human. Treat yourself like a human. Deep breaths. You're going to be okay. But it's okay to not be perfect. It's okay to be human. So, those are the things that I have been doing to feel a little bit more like myself. And that is the advice and encouragement I can give to you if you're feeling anywhere near the same. I love you. You're going to be okay. And that's pretty much it from me for today. I do apologize. I feel like there have been a fair few cuts and pauses in this episode. We had a few mental fogs and a few coughs, but we're getting there. And we're going to just keep getting there. I hope. But thank you for tuning in. Thank you for your patience. I'm so sorry that there was a pause and a podcast break after one episode. That timing, man. Bad timing. But that's okay. We're here now. And because we're on the upper, I can assume that we're going to be here next week. Fingers crossed. Pray for me that nothing else comes at me. But thank you for tuning in. You mean the world to me, genuinely. I hope you enjoyed. This is not what I thought episode 2 would be when I was recording episode 1, but that's okay. We roll with the punches, and here we are. We're still here. We showed up. We did the best we could. But I do hope in some way that this has encouraged you. That's always my goal. So hopefully I've been able to do that with not a lot to give, but hopefully you still enjoyed. So I love you. I will see / you'll hear, depending if you're watching the video or listening to the audio, but we'll be here again soon. And so I hope you enjoyed listening, watching. I'll catch you in the next one. I love you so much. Bye for now.